What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. It's your coach, Jimmy G, and here today we're on our third part of our 5-part series of the dense benchmarks. Today, primarily, we're going to be going over triple flexion in our ankle, knees, and hips. And then we're also going to be doing a little bit of the warm-up, reverse out of knee pain, and then finishing off with some Atg Split Squats like you guys have seen in the previous videos. But today's primary focus is working in triple flexion. We don't typically work in triple flexion because we are already in flexion position throughout our days, like seated on our computers. But just because you're in those positions doesn't mean that you're necessarily strengthening them. So we're going to be strengthening them. And throughout this video, I'm going to show you and guide you of what is happening in each one of these exercises. So yeah, let's get to it. Don't want to get too long in this intro. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos and you're getting value out of them. And if you have any questions, comment at the bottom, like, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to keep dishing these out. One video a week is the goal. So let's get to it. So here we have the reverse out of knee pain, and we've been here before. So why is it so important? Because every step that you intentionally take back and you bring your toe up, you're working on the shin muscles, the anterior tibialis. As you extend through that knee, you're also engaging those knee muscles, right? Your VMOs, your vastus lateralis, everything that's going to strengthen that patella tendon and around it, right? Bulletproofing the knees. And also your sling, but the only difference here is I used weights because I wanted to engage my posterior chain a little bit more. So every time I kind of like to switch it up, whether it's body weight, add a little weight, add resistance bands, but it's up to you. That's the reverse out of knee pain. 5 minutes, by the way, too. Okay, so we got 5 minutes on the clock. We're gonna go 10 reps on the left, 10 reps on the right. We're going into ankle extension. All we're doing here is we're going to stretch out the soleus, stretch out the gastroc, really lengthening those muscles, and then we're pushing off intentionally off the balls of our feet, okay? And we're going to search for weakness in that ankle, and when we find it, we're going to drive through it and isolate it, and we're going to eventually get to a 20% of your body weight in your hand. Make sure that it's intentional, and you're going to go back and forth. Also, make sure that you have a stable ground for this so you don't end up like so. All right, so we're going into our ankle flexion, right? Our tib raises to strengthen our shin muscles. These are the muscles that are associated with shin splints, right? When you're decelerating force, when you're going down the stairs, these are the muscles that are providing us with a line of defense from shooting up our knee. So we want to strengthen these. So we're going to ankle extension, and then we're going to ankle flexion, bringing it back up. Determining the angle at which your ankle is placed will determine if you hit a little bit more of the outside of the tibs or more of the inside, closer to the shin bone. So play around with those angles. You want to go for 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. And that is the ankle flexion. All right, guys, so this one right here is called the knee flexion. This one's a little bit different. I don't have the monkey foot, which is a piece of equipment that you can attach to your ankle. So we got to use mind to muscle connection. We're going to go into a hip extension. Notice I kick back, and then with the hip locked in, all I'm going to do is going to do a standing hamstring curl. And we really want to work on engaging and squeezing at the top. This movement, you're not going to feel much at the bottom, but once we get to the top, if our hips are locked, our hamstrings should tighten up and feel like they're cramping, and that is what we're searching for. We want to be intentional for 10 reps on the left, 10 reps on the right, and we're going to go for 3 sets. One more time. Hip goes extending,
boom, and then my heel's coming up and I'm squeezing at the top, extending all the way down. And that is our knee flexion. If you have the monkey foot, awesome. You can use the monkey foot as a external resistance so that you're able to feel the hamstring. But if not, body weight works as well. You just got to be more intentional. All right, we're going to go to hip flexion, working on our hip flexors. We're going to either use the monkey foot, the gym equipment that wraps around our foot, or we're going to use the kettlebell. Use what you got. With that, drive the knee up into the chest. Keep the other leg nice, long, and stable. And as you bring up your knee, you're going to bring it down nice and controlled.
Those are tough. I'm going to drop down some weight. We were at 20, we're going to drop to 15 now.
Notice I dropped in weight because the weight was getting heavier after 2 sets. So I decided to drop 5 pounds. And again, work on form. Be intentional. Drive the knee up, nice and controlled, coming down. You will feel your hip activating and activating. Remember, we're working on these muscles that are normally weakened from our sitting throughout the day. So be intentional. All right, so here we have the Atg Split Squats, guys, and we've been here before. All we're gonna do is drive the knee past the toe while the back leg is in extension. We're lengthening our hip. And then with our hands on our hips, we're gonna be intentional and under control, pushing off the ground and squeezing at the top. And then we're going to repeat, and we're going to do 10 sets on this one of 5 reps on the left and 5 reps on the right, and make sure that every rep is intentional. Make sure that each rep you're also feeling the hip flexor stretch out, and make sure to breathe. And that's it, guys. That's the Atg Split Squat.
And there you guys have it. The third part of our 5-part series of the dense benchmarks. The highlight of all of this for me personally was the hip flexion, bringing the knee to the chest, working those hip flexors. I typically never work hip flexion, always hip extension, right? The glutes and the hamstrings. So that was new to me, and I loved it. I love the feeling of it. Now I know what it feels like, so I can apply it to my clients. But yeah, guys, that was the highlight. Triple flexion. We've seen the Atg split squats. We've seen the reverse out of knee pain. We can dive deeper into those if we'd like, but try those out. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions, comment at the bottom. Like the video to support the channel. Subscribe to your boy, because I'm gonna be dropping 1 video a week. For now, the journey is the Atg journey, but in the near future, we're gonna be doing, self-myofascial release tips, different other training principles that will apply to your wellness life, that you're able to apply for your clients and yourself to become the most elevated version of yourself. And that's it, guys. Hopefully you liked the video. Until the next one, peace.